explain about our project. Our project was a website of multi-language translator. Now I am going to explain the code of our project, and after that I am showing the output of our project, how the website is working. And now I am going to share the screen of the code. State from React import.app.css. React was the core library needed for creating React components. Use state a React hook used to manage local component state. app.cs, it imports the CSS file to style the component. Next, the component definition. The function app, it defines the main functional component at app. Next was the state libraries. First, the construct input text comma state input text equals to use state. It stores the user's input text. Next, the construct output text comma set output text equals use state. Next, construct input text comma set input text equals to use state. It stores the user input text. Next, stores user input text. Next one, the construct output text comma set output text equals use state. It stores the translated output text. Construct from language comma set from language equals to use state. This was the language code of the input text. Next, construct to language comma set to language equals to use state. The language code of the target translation language. Next one, the construct is loading comma set is loading equals to use state. It was the boolean to track the whether the translation is in progress, or use it to disable the button and show loading text. Next, the construct languages. Code colon en comma name colon English. Next, the code colon ta comma name colon Tamil. These are all the list of languages option. Each has a language code and a name. Next, the construct handle translate async. It function triggers when the user click translates. If input text dot time return prevents translation if the input is empty or white space. Next, the set is loading true, shows a loading indication. Next, the try construct URL link. Next, set loading true, it shows the loading indicator. Next, the try construct URL equals to https dot slash api my memory dot translated dot net slash get q equals encoder URIC component input text and language pair equals from language to language age. It constructs the API URL using the user input and selected languages. Encode URI component safely encodes the input for use. Next, constructs the API URL using the user input and selected languages. Encode the URI component safely encodes the input for use in a URL. Next, the construct response await fetch URL. Construct data equals await response dot json calls the API and gets the response. Next, if data dot response status equals 200, set output text data dot response dot data dot translated text. If the API call is successful, update the output text with the translate. Else, set output text translate error plus data dot response message. It handles any non 200 error response. Next, the catch error console.error translation error comma error. Set output text translation service error occurred. It handles network or other runtime errors. Next, the finally set is loading false. It turns off the loading indicator whether the request is succeed or failed. Next, this part was the SAP languages function. First, construct handles swap languages called when user clicks the swap button. Construct temp equals from languages, set from language to language, set to language to temp. Swap the source and target language. Set input text output output text, input text. It also swaps the input and output text. Next, the return block. Return div class name equals to app language translator. It was the main container and the title. Next, this part was the language selector section. Div class name equals translator content. Div class name equals language selector. Container for drop downs and swap buttons. Next, the select value equals from language. On change equals set from language e dot target value. It drop downs for selecting the source language. On change updates the from language state. Next, the languages map language, its swap button option key equals language dot code, value equals language dot code. Next, language dot name option, it populates the drop down with the list of the languages. Next, the select button on click equals handle swap languages, class name equals swap button. It was the button of swap languages. Next, the select value equals total languages. On change e to set two languages, e dot target values, it drop downs for the selecting the target language. Next, language dot map language option key equals language dot code, value equals language dot code. Language dot name option, it populates in the same way. Next, this was the text areas code section. Next, div class name equals to text areas. Text areas value equals input text. On change equals e set input text e dot target value. Placeholder and enter text to translator. Class name equals to input text area. This was the user input box code. And next, text area value equals output text. Read only placeholder equals translation will appear here. Class name output text area. This was the output text area. Read only, so users can edit it. Next, is loading button. On click equals handle translate. Class name equals translate button. Disable equals to is loading input text trim. Next, is loading translating colon translate button, it translates the buttons calls handle translate function. Disables when input is empty. It show translating when the waiting is a response. At last, export default app, it makes this component available for use in other files like a index.js. Now this was the code of our project to build our website on a multi-language translator topic. This was the output of our project. uh, what is here I am type the what is your name, and it translated to a Spanish or a Spanish language. And here there are so many languages like Portuguese, Italian, and other languages. For this, we have translated English from to other languages. This was like what is your name, and this was the Portuguese language. This was translated. This is our website. Thank you.